Alright, so we're here at the North Shore at one of the most famous places for shrimp, which is Giovanni's. And Giovanni's is one of the original shrimp trucks here in the North Shore, and they have only 4 options on the menu. There's scampi, hot and spicy, and lemon butter, or a garlic dog. But the scampi is probably the most popular, and for good reason, because it's just delicious. It's full of garlic, really good, and always going to be a line here if you come, but definitely come and give it a shot. These are not just any nachos. These are nachos with wonton chips, which are a little bit thicker and actually a little bit sweeter than your typical tortilla chips. I actually think they're better. Like, this is an appropriate chip, I think, for nachos. But okay, and weirdly enough, I don't know what really defines nachos, but there's no cheese because there shouldn't be, because your main thing here is the ahi.
Yeah.
So there's ahi and furikake, which is like that seaweed, sesame seed seasoning that you usually use on rice, but it works really well here with the ahi. And some green onions, and we added avocado, and I think there's like some sweet sauce as well, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic bite. It hits all the right flavors, and it's really savory, and it's great to share.
I guess this is the Hawaiian take on nachos, which is quite fancy with this fish.
So good. Oh, I love these wontons.
Yeah, wonton and ahi is a huge win. We have coconut shrimp, which is also great, with the sweet relish.
It's actually a sweet charred pineapple sauce, which is really good. It looks actually almost like a salsa, but it is with pineapple. And so it's a little bit sweeter, but it complements the coconut on that shrimp really, really well. And then we have fish tacos, really fresh local fish, big chunks of it, and nice presentation as well.
Yeah, and you can never go wrong with fish tacos on a tropical island.
Absolutely.
The fishes in the tropics differ. You have a different selection, and they tend to be very fresh. They go out fishing every day.
We are here at Momosan, which is Iron Chef Morimoto's restaurant. One of 2. If you actually go upstairs, there's also Morimoto Asia. But we are here to try some ramen. That is the main star of the menu here. And the ramen is supposed to be special because of a special noodle that lasts longer, so you don't have to rush to eat it. Now, what struck me so far, because I've been reading so much about it, is that even though it is a ramen-centric restaurant, there's a lot of extra things on the menu. Like the appetizers and the skewers menu is big. So really, like, you can come here for ramen, but you can also come here just with your friends, order a bunch of drinking food and some sake, and, you know, just make the night out of it that way too.
Yes, and the sake still is outstanding, probably the best I've ever had, and it's their own in-house sake. They give us a big bottle with the signage.
So yeah, we have here the crispy fried pig ear, which doesn't look as intimidating as it sounds. They actually cut it, or they shred it into, you know, thin strips like this. It is a little chewy, but it's fried, and it tastes delicious if you love pork or bacon or anything, you know, pork related.
And fry itself is really perfected. The fry has the duck fat, but to me what is really interesting is that it has the perfect crispness yet softness, right? So it's like the perfectly fried potato.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's actually, you know, it's not traditional, it's not a wedge, it's not really like a straight up fry. They've done their own little spiral shape here. Pretty thick, but nice thickness to it. And you can pull it apart and it don't smell so good. And then you have some ketchup with it. Perfection. I love French fries. They're like my biggest weakness. I'll eat French fries all day.
Well, these are Japanese French fries.
So we are here at Waikiki Yokocho. It is like an underground Japanese food hall, and it's right off of the main strip here, really close to the International Marketplace. And it's kind of reminiscent of Shirokiya Japan Walk, which is over down Alohilani. But this is closer to Waikiki if you happen to be staying in a hotel here. Makes you feel like you're in Japan. And I haven't been to Japan, so I can't quite testify to that, but Martin has it. He says, yes, indeed, it does make you feel very much like you're in Japan. Lots of ramen, musubi, Nana's green tea, which we have a version of that in Seattle, so I can attest that Nana's is amazing for green tea. And lots of really cool snacks and meals that you can get here.
What do we have here?
Oden.
Oh. My not favorite. This is where our style diverges a bit.
Spam with the shiso leaf, nice. This is Musubi Cafe IYASUME. There's actually 2 locations, which I didn't know. So there's a bigger location further down the road, about 0.1 miles away. This is a smaller version over on Seaside, and really tiny, but you can stop by and get a little treat, or a bento box even. So this is yours. This is I don't know what's in here, maybe chicken and mayo and sauce. And I went for a more traditional spam musubi, but it is a little different actually. It says ume on it. So ume is like a pickled plum. Spam musubi.
For those who don't know, what is the black part?
Oh, it's nori, or like seaweed and seaweed paper. It's really thin, it comes really dry. But when you make this, you moisten it, and the rice helps to moisten it, and it gets really soft. So it's also what you use to wrap sushi, but it's a slightly different width and size. So it's like a sushi sort of, but you know, like the rice isn't flavored, it's plain rice. The flavoring all comes from the spam. And it does look like there's some ume paste down below, so it gives it a little bit of tart kind of pickled flavor. So we were walking down Kalakaua Avenue in Waikiki, and I smelled some cookies. And so I turned to the side, and sure enough, I saw the Cookie Corner, which is a local bakery. They specialize in cookies, hence the name. And they had a version or a branch of that stored in my neighborhood in Kapolei. Hopefully it's still there, because I just remember going there as a kid, and we'd always go by, and they lure you in with the smell to want to buy cookies. And they're really, really good cookies. And they, the other reason why I stopped though is because they had a sign in the window that said they had kakimochi cookies. And if you don't know what kakimochi is, there's actually several different names for it. There's arare, there's rice crackers, there's mochi crunch, and it's all the same thing. They're basically Japanese rice crackers, and they're coated in like a soy sauce. So they are pretty savory, and you can sit there, you can eat a whole bunch, but you gotta be careful, because when you do, your breath gets really stinky. Not as bad as when you eat kimchi, but you'll know if someone has eaten it because your breath starts to smell. So I was really intrigued by the idea of a chocolate chip cookie with kakimochi in it. I think I've even had it before, because you know the aunties used to make it for potlucks all the time. I used to eat it as a kid. But yeah, it's a heavenly smelling chocolate chip cookie with kakimochi. I'm not sure where it is, but if I take a bite, I'm almost guaranteed to come across a piece of it. Oh, I can see it in there, I think. Yeah, what you think are nuts, they're actually kakimochi in there. Because they give you like the sensation that you're chewing on nuts, but they're rice crackers, so they have a little bit more give to them, but they give that crunch to it, and they add a little bit of saltiness. So it's almost like a salted caramel chocolate chip cookie, but it's kakimochi instead. So I really like that twist on a favorite island snack that you'll be very familiar with if you grew up here in the islands, or you eat a lot of local snacks or food.